Hi, my name's Margaret. Welcome to Card Readings. If you like, subscribe and put your thumbs up if you want. So I'm going to talk about who can and who can't fake something, and it's really interesting. I just watched this thing on YouTube. It's about a girl called Hannah, and she faked her own kidnapping. She meant to go down to her farm and place and feed her animals and take photo of her animals at 2 o'clock in the morning, who went missing. A guy that's a kidnapper. Yeah, it's all a fake. They said it's all a fake. That's okay. She meant to have a mental illness. Her family disown her, from what I heard, and they want to the charge or not. Yeah, that's fine. It's not fine because, like I said, you had a whole heap of people looking for her. As this lady said on YouTube who did this thing, you had heaps of people looking for her, and it was a fake. Where you had another person in the same suburb, she went missing, and she needed the help. Yeah. So that's why I'm putting this out there. You have a young person, she's 24, I think it was. So she's old enough to know better, and she faked her and kidnapping. Yeah. And honestly, I don't blame people for this. People are upset by this, right? But that's okay. And the other thing I'm putting this into is COVID-19. Have you ever watched it? In 1 minute, you hear one thing with COVID-19 and something else with COVID-19. All you have to do is go on the news, and you have 3 or 4 suburbs, or states or suburbs, and you get different information. And it leads into that too, where I know certain news out there, and I won't say who or where. Some of these missing people are fake. So that's what I'm saying. Or the news and information for other things, and it's not important. Yeah. Perfect example. I'm gonna use COVID-19. If you all haven't heard about it. Here I was thinking here in Victoria, New South Wales in Australia, where wearing masks is mandatory. There's a thing on the news, I think it's on 7 and 9 News, where a lady went to Bunnies and she chose not to wear a mask. Yeah, and they say you can't come in because you're not wearing a mask, right? That's okay. It's not okay, but it's okay. Yeah. I've been walking around Bendigo for the last, I don't know, since the whole lot happening. I haven't been wearing masks. I haven't using hand sanitizers. I haven't using gloves. I told them I use gloves when I'm doing cleaning and washing the toilets. That's the only time. But in here they're saying you're gonna get charged if you don't do it. Right from the word go, and beforehand, I'm been going around without masks, without gloves, without using hand sanitizers. Only when I need in certain places. Like I remember one day I found, and then I thought, yeah, I do need to use hand sanitizer for that because I did feel that I went into the dirt. But besides that, I haven't been using it, right? So here we are on the news saying you need to use hand sanitizer, gloves, and masks, or you get fined for it. I've been doing this for, this month is 7 months. I haven't been doing it. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Is it more, when is it, yeah, and there's a whole heap of stories out there where we say one thing, but we do something else, and it's okay for the media fake something. Let's say media, it doesn't matter what media it is, and it doesn't. And I don't mean stuff like your shows, like your Neighbours, Home and Away, NCIS, Law and Order. I don't mean stuff like that, what's the other one? Married at first sight. I don't mean things like that. I mean your news, your facts stuff. You know, you want your facts. You know, yeah, you know, your news. What happened to Lady Diana, kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. We want to have facts, yeah, and that's what I mean. Why is it the news can fake something to something like this young lady being kidnapped, and people say she should be charged for it? Yes, I agree she should be charged. Anyone who does that kind of stuff should be charged, because they just took away a whole heap of time and effort away from other people to look for her, when there's another girl in the same area to get kidnapped, and they should have used it on her. So I do agree with that, but why is it she's so different to the media? Why can the media make stories out or stretch the truth to get what they want? What's the difference, really? We have heard of people faking other stuff, and they get in trouble for it, and then the media will go off and make a big lie about something. Well, almost a big lie, stretch the truth about something, and they can get away with it. Really, what's the difference? Like, from one person to another, maybe because she's not famous? I mean, it makes no sense. It just makes no sense to me, where we rely on the news so much for information, and we're letting them get away with faking stuff or making rumours, lies about a situation like this whole COVID-19. It's mandatory to wear masks. But like as I said to you then, for the last 7 months I haven't worn masks. I haven't put on the COVID safety app on my phone. Well, I can't do it, but I haven't done that. I haven't followed any rules related to COVID-19. I have not followed one thing. All about the milk and that. I think, well, I can go with 2 litres of milk kind of thing. But besides that, I have not followed one thing with COVID-19, and I haven't been charged for it. And the thing too with this lady, and this is where it kind of makes no sense to me. There's this lady, like I said, with the Bunnings, where she goes in and asks, and she goes in, she has no mask on, and he goes, no, you can't come in, right? And that's a bit of a lie. Okay, just turn around and use women's rights. I'm sorry, but this is not women's rights, it's human rights. It's the human rights. You don't, when you say no to everyone not wearing a mask to go into a shop, it's human rights, not women's rights. Because human rights, they say no to everyone who's not wearing a mask in this news report thing. So you can be a female, you can be black, you can be white, you can be male, you can be a kid, you can be an adult, whatever. These people are meant to say no to everyone who's not wearing a mask. But on top of that, I'm telling you right now, if you go to another bunny shop, it'd be different again. And this is where I'm saying to you, what's the difference from someone like me who can quite lie about something if I wanted to on YouTube or whatever, to someone like the news can lie about something? Or, yeah, what's the difference, really? What's the difference between someone faking something for their own well-being to someone who's faking something for the media? What's the difference? You tell me, because I really don't think it should be a difference. If you do something and you're harming whoever, the parents of this girl meant to be kidnapped, wasting people's time to look for her, to someone's taking the rights away in the sense of you can't go outside social distancing, you have a certain amount of food you can have, cut back hours of your work, or you don't have work. What's the difference? And so it really makes a difference to me. If you do the wrong thing, I honestly think you should get in trouble for it. And I'm going to give a tiny reading for the media for COVID-19. Well, not just COVID-19, this whole spread in the rumours around. I can see in 5, maybe later years' time, people aren't going to take notice of the media. Really, I don't see people going to take notice of the media. I think the ego is going to get in the way of it. And this is just for fact stuff, not things like I said, things like your CSI, Married at First Sight, all that. People are going to still watch it, but things like your news, your current affair, your morning shows, all that, I can see it just going. I do see it going, because people are going to get quite fed up with it, and I think it's going to go. And I think COVID would be a bit connected to it, but I think there's going to be other stuff connected to it to a point where I don't want to hear it anymore. That's a tiny reading for the media, so, and I'm happy you'll watch that, because I think it might help you too later on if you watch it, because it's one thing faking something for something that's not important, but it's another thing when you're faking something for something that's important. Like, imagine one day in life, something major happens and no one listens to you because you've told a whole heap of lies about something else and they don't want to listen to you. And that's what it is, and that's kind of what happened with this young girl, Hannah. She lied too much, where her family's gonna disown her. So, yeah. And I think that's what's gonna happen with the media here. They're gonna stretch that truth a bit too far one day, and no one's gonna listen to them. So, that's pretty much what I want to say to you. Like I said, it's about who can and who can't fake something. It makes no sense to me. If you like, subscribe, put your thumbs up if you want, and does this make sense to you? I'll see you later. Bye.